I've been on YouTube again and I've been watching a lot of LEGO tier list videos. And that gave me the idea to make a tier list video myself, in which I compare all the LEGO games that I played when I was a child. Quick disclaimer before we start, this list won't be very objective. This list will be ranked based on how much fun I had with these games when I was a child and also how much nostalgia I have for them now. I've only included the games that I've actually played and also the games before the TT era games kind of started. With that out of the way, let's start with the list. The first game on the list is Lego Island, the game that started it all. I think everybody will put this in the S tier and I will do the same. This game has so much character. The music was really good, the gameplay was really fun to play, and overall it's just a fantastic game. And I really admire the game developers for pulling this off. Because this is one of the first games LEGO released, they didn't have any of the other games to look at for inspiration. Like how do we make the gameplay fun or how do we render LEGO bricks on the screen? They had to figure that out on their own and they did that so well with this game, so this game can only be on one place and that's the S tier. The next game on the list is Football Mania, or Soccer Mania depending on where you're from. This is probably not the most well-known LEGO game out there. It's pretty much a FIFA game but really simplified and they added some power-ups in there as well. What I liked about this game is that they added a lot of different themes in this game that you could play as. The way this game works is that you have to play against the different themes, and if you want a match against them, then you could use those minifigures in your own team. Which I thought was a lot of fun. But the game was very repetitive. So I did really like the way the game incorporated the different themes, but the gameplay was too repetitive for me to spend a lot of time with it as a child. So I'm gonna put it in the B tier. The next game on the list is LEGO Stunt Rally. This is a game I really enjoyed as a child. What I loved most about this game are the different characters and their car builds. They have a lot of character and I think that's the reason why I've made so many videos about this game. But the gameplay is not as good as the characters. This game has auto steering. So technically you could win this game by just holding one button. I think as a child I spent more time creating racetracks and playing around with the color combinations than the actual gameplay. So I'm not really sure if I should put it in the A tier or the B tier, but because I know what games are coming up, I think this should be in the B tier. Now here's an iconic game, the original LEGO Racers. I believe this is actually one of the first 3D games I ever played. Or maybe it was the original Lego Island, I'm not sure which one, but they both were fantastic. Features so many great themes, the gameplay is really fun even today. And overall I don't even know what to improve about this game because in my eyes it's the perfect LEGO game. And it should go at the very top and I think everybody will put it in the S tier as well. Drone Racers. This is a game I did not like as a child. Even today I'm not much of a LEGO Technic fan. I don't like to build with it and also don't like the way it looks aesthetically. I do like a bit of Technic to make system LEGO do something interesting, but other than that I don't really touch it at all. The gameplay was alright. The cars did feel a bit floaty, similar to LEGO Racers 2. But I think they did a good job making a LEGO Technic racing game. I just didn't really like it. I did like the music however, but the game is just wasn't for me. So for that reason I have to put this in the C tier. It's not a bad game, it's just not for me. LEGO Alpha Team. This is a really fun game. I really enjoyed this one as a child. And even my father enjoyed this game too. I remember that we were both playing this game when I was young. And a couple months ago he asked me, hey, do you remember that LEGO puzzle game that we used to play? I said, yeah, that's LEGO Alpha Team. And then he asked me if I could install it on his computer so he could play it again. And he still enjoys it today, so it shows that this game appeals to all age demographics. I think this game was a really good implementation of the theme. And to be honest, I haven't played anything like it since. So this game is quite special to me and I'm gonna put it in the A tier. Next up in the list is Legoland. Legoland is pretty much a roller coaster tycoon game but really simplified. It's also not the most well-known game I've noticed. What I liked most about this game is the way the attractions and the restaurants and the plants all looked. They put a lot of effort into the theming of this game. There's the usual Legoland theming you'd expect, but there's also Western, Castle and Adventurers in there as well. You have to complete 10 missions, some of them which were really silly like aliens trying to steal your attractions. And after that you get your own certificate of Park Manager of Legoland, which you could print and hang on your wall. Which I did of course. I really like this game and I'm gonna put it in the A tier. Next one on the list is LEGO Racers 2. I've been watching a few reviews of this game to see what other people think of it and I think everybody kinda agrees that they were a bit disappointed by this game compared to the original LEGO Racers. but I am aware of the challenge ATD faced when creating the next LEGO Racers game. I just got the original The Perfect LEGO game, so the bar is set really high for them. But I do admire that they tried to do new things with the game. I really like the destruction element, and also that the game is now open world, where you could visit different worlds whenever you wanted to. But like most people, I wasn't a fan of the Sims-like language that all the characters used, the floaty car handling, and the fact that Rocket Racer was really easy to defeat. As a child I was really confused why you couldn't drive Rocket Racer's car after that. I tried completing all the mini-games, collect all the gold bricks, but nothing could actually work, so I was quite disappointed at the end. But overall it's a great game, the different themes were fun, and the soundtrack is pretty good. So overall I'll put this in the B tier. Next up on the list is LEGO Creator, the original one. Creator was one of the earliest LEGO games out there. It's a big sandbox where you could just play with LEGO however you wanted to, if your computer was able to run it. I remember that our computer wasn't that quick back then, so it wasn't really able to render all the different LEGO bricks the game could handle. In a way it's like an early version of LEGO Studio where you could just build LEGO however you wanted to, but digitally. It was a good game, especially for the time, but I prefer games that have a bit of a storyline or an objective you have to complete, so this game was not really something I spent a whole lot of time with. But it's an okay game, so I'm gonna put it in the B tier. LEGO Island 2. I was looking forward to this one because I'm gonna put this in a tier where nobody will actually put this. I'm gonna put it in the S tier. I know this is sacrilege, but hear me out. I loved games with a really big storyline, and I think this game has the biggest storyline of them all. I felt really connected with the game because you start in a world where everything seems normal, and then after the Brickster is released, the whole island gets destroyed and I just really wanted to rebuild it. This game features a lot of my favorite themes as well, like Knight's Kingdom 1 and Adventurers. The way the game works is you play a lot of mini games, and in between the mini games there's a bit of a story being told. Because of all the mini games the game keeps feeling different every time. That's how I looked at it when I was a child. Now that I'm an adult, I can see that the game wasn't really good, the voice acting was quite crappy and the minigames were really basic. But you don't care about these things when you're 6 years old. So to me it was a fantastic game and I have really fond memories of it, so that's why I put it in the S tier. I can totally understand if you put this game at the bottom of your list, so let me know in the comments if you did. LEGO Chess. I have a feeling that most people are not even aware that this game exists. But it's a really fun game. When I played this for the first time, I already kind of knew how to play chess. I wasn't good at it, but I knew the basics of it. But this game goes further than explaining the basics. There are two storylines involved, one for Western and one for Pirates. And every time you completed the game and you won a match, the storyline progresses. The king teaches you how to play chess and also some tricks along the way. What makes this game stand out is every time a piece gets captured, there's a little cutscene that plays after it. It does get very repetitive after a time, but when you're a child you don't really care about this. I'm gonna put this in the A tier. Next up is Island Extreme Stunts. I enjoyed this one, but not as much as the other Island games. It did improve on a few things compared to Island 2, like being able to do skateboarding tricks, collect little data entries for the different characters of the island, and a few optional quests. This game actually gave you a reason to explore the island. The island is quite empty, there's not really a whole lot to do apart from riding around on your skateboard and driving in a car. It is fun to see how they included the LEGO Studios theme into this game. Basically the whole game you're working on recording a movie that you will see at the very end of the game. What I liked most about this game is actually the soundtrack. I really like the band Oasis, so songs like Plastic Fantastic and Minty Fresh are one of my favorites. For me it does not capture the same feel that Island 2 had and certainly didn't have the character of the original LEGO Island. But I did spend a lot of time with this game, so I'm gonna put it in the A tier. LEGO Creator Knight's Kingdom. I'm gonna be honest, I'm very biased towards this game. Knight's Kingdom 1 is one of my favorite themes of all time, so I cannot rate this game objectively at all. However, because it is so similar to LEGO Creator, I feel it should be in the same tier, in the B tier. But because I like the theme so much, I want to put it a tier higher, but I suppose that's not really fair for the other games. So B tier it is. Now here's a special game, LEGO Rock Raiders. This is the most complex game of them all, I think. And because of that, I think it has aged very well. I really fell in love with the theme because of this game. But I was really late to it. I remember I was playing this game around 2003, maybe 2004, something like that. And of course the sets have been retired for a long time. It was only when I came out of my LEGO Dark Age that I realized, oh, there were even sets for this game. So I've completely missed the boat on these sets. However, as an adult, I like to collect these now. I think most people will agree this game has only one place on this tier list, and that is in the S tier. If you've never played this game before, then I will recommend the fan-made remake called Manic Miners. It improves on pretty much everything, but still keeps the same feel of the original. And the next game is Lego creator Harry Potter. I have to be honest here, where Lego creator Knight's Kingdom features my favorite theme, Lego creator Harry Potter is just not really my thing when it comes to the theme. I have nothing against it, but it's just not made for me. I did like the few objectives you had to do and you could build your own wizard, but other than that I did not really enjoy this game a whole lot, and because of that I have to put it in the C tier. And the next game on the list is Backlot. It's a game you may have never heard of. I'm not sure how they did it, but it's a full game you could play on the Lego website if I remember correctly. In this game you play a character who works in the Lego studios. The objective was to help people around the studio. For example, Johnny Thunder lost his head and you have to find it somewhere. It's not a game you spend hours with, but I do really like the idea of this game. So I'm gonna put it on the C tier, but I do really like what they were able to pull off. And talking about internet games, the next one is Junkbot. This is a 2D puzzle game where you have to place Lego bricks correctly so Junkbot reaches the trash. I really like this game. It's really simple and just works really well. I'm not really sure if I should put it at the A tier or the B tier, but I think B tier will be fair because I did not spend a whole lot of time with it, but what I did spend with this game was really good, so put it in the B tier. Now the next one, Lego Bionicle. I think you won't like where I'm going to place this game, because I don't really like Lego Bionicle. As discussed earlier, I don't really like Technic, and to me Bionicle feels very Lego Technic. Also, this game for me was really scary as a child. I'm not sure why, but one of the early enemies you encounter is something like a scorpion or something, where I quickly realized this game is not for me, and never really progressed any further. So I think that says a lot about where I'm going to place this game, and it's going into the C tier. And now we're at the last game of this list, Lego Loco. It's one of the earlier games from Lego, and I think it's a really good one to end the video with. If you just look at the cover and the intro animation for this game, you probably think it's just mainly focused about trains. However, in this game you can build entire cities. A lot of fun can be had placing the right items next to each other and seeing what combinations will work, because sometimes these things will combine. There's also this really cute mechanic where you can send postcards to NPCs and they actually write you something back, which is really cool. I'm very fond of this game, and when I'm recording this I realize I really have to make a Lego Loco video at some point. It will come, I'm just not sure when. I'm going to place this game into the A tier. And now the list is complete. Please let me know in the comments how wrong I am about certain games, and also what your list would look like. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.